This week on Hashtag Taiwan, elections. Now, they're funny things because candidates and people like to make a lot of promises and speculations leading up to them. But you know what, guys? Talk is cheap. And that's why the internet exists, for accountability. Take, for example, this guy. His name is He Sen-mo, and there's a Facebook group dedicated to finding him called The Search for He Sen-mo. Why? Well, because he said this. If Tsai Ing-wen can get over 8 million votes, then I'll buy a G-pie for every person in Taiwan. Please screenshot this for me.
And that's a
crazy,
chicken
that
steak.
guy.
That's right. G-pie is kind of like the deep-fried chicken cutlet. It's a Taiwanese snack. Everybody loves it. And it's kind of, he kind of used it as a bargaining chip.
That's
or
a lot
chip
of chicken.
sorts. Anyway, that's not important, you guys. The important thing is, do you guys remember how many votes President Tsai Ing-wen got this time?
Over 8 million.
8.17 million votes, which means a lot of people are looking for He Sen-mo
For their G-pie, their
where's the
chicken.
G-pie? You know what? In fact, even Swedish environmentalist Greta Thunberg is getting in on it by demanding some G-pie right now. Anyway, there's so many of these betting things online that I'm only going to cover some notable figures, and I'm going to cover the people who need to pony up. For example, Xie Longjie, this man on the left here, he's a KMT Tainan City councilor. Now, he made a deal with Xie Zizong, who is a DPP city councilor in Taichung. They said whose party can take 5 seats in this next legislative election, the other person will have to jump into this canal right here in Taichung City.
Sounds good.
Now, the DPP won 5 seats, and Xie Longjie, actually being a very good sport, he was just like, you know what, promises need to be kept. I will jump into the canal. Very, very nice.
Nice.
Cool.
And the other person that was earlier mentioned in Taiwan by number by Andrew is Huang Zhaosun. Now, she ran for legislator in Gao Xiang for the KMT, and she said she was so confident in her ability to win, she actually said, you know what, if I don't win, I'm going to jump into Lotus Pond in Gao Xiang City. Now, how did her election go?
She
Well,
didn't
guys,
win,
there's a
right?
theme here. Have you guys caught on to it?
She didn't win.
She lost to her DPP opponent, and when it came time to, make good on her agreement, she said, wait, that was just a joke. I'm not really going to do it.
Well, I mean, I think she was in office for 27 years. She just assumed she'd be reelected, right?
Yeah. When you have that much
But
momentum,
she shouldn't say
Yeah.
promises she can't keep or she
Yeah.
doesn't want to keep.
that's why the internet exists. usually. One final one, and this one might be my favorite. Dan Jin, he's a user on Facebook, he says, if Tsai Ing-wen gets reelected, then I'll jump into the ring with Guanzang without protective gear. Now, I'll remind you guys, Guanzang is Holger Chen. He's a gym owner, he's a prominent online personality, and he's also ex-Special Forces. He looks like this. Now, you might figure why someone wouldn't want to jump into the
Oh
ring
my
with him
goodness.
without protective gear. And you know what? Fun fact, actually, Holger got in on some of the action. He promised to buy 10,000 chicken steaks if Tsai Ing-wen won re-election. And last we heard from them, he was getting them ready.
Oh, good for
Wow,
him.
very nice. Leslie Liao with the receipts.
That's
Thank
right.
you so much. Yeah.
Taking names and making sure everything's good.
Awesome. So that's this week's Hashtag Taiwan.